Alan and Cheryl, if the unrelenting flow of people and vehicles across the border at Laredo, Texas is a predictable job of securing and is anything but. We got an exclusive look at the challenges of tracking shipments and people meant to stay hidden. This is Laredo, Texas, where the billboards encourage drug dealers to turn in their competition just a stone's throw from cartel country in Mexico. It's here officers and agents are tasked with enforcing U.S. immigration laws and keeping drugs and terrorists out of the country.
Essentially, we're the thin green line of defense for the United States.
Much of the enforcement effort tracking migrants who try to cross into the U.S. illegally. They're on the water, on horseback, at ports of entry and checkpoints, and in the air. And we were there with them.
Everybody doing okay? Great, doing great.
We were in the air as a group packed into a truck tried to avoid Border Patrol agents.
Generally in this area, they're moving to a location where they can be picked up and ground transported further north.
They ran into desolate ranch land, trying to hide under trees and cacti.
Guy here off to the south, he's a runner.
And eventually, they were apprehended. But the spurts of action punctuate long, tedious hours of patrol, made harder under cover of darkness. On this night, Border Patrol agents searched for a group spotted crossing the Rio Grande River from Mexico.
Here, especially with the caravans, we have had a lot of illegal immigration. So we're kind of the eye in the sky for the Border Patrol agents on the ground.
CBP says the Laredo area doesn't see the overwhelming numbers of asylum seekers like other points along the border because of the cartels here.
The cartels got such a stronghold here in Laredo. Since this place is so lucrative for them, they didn't want to risk it with family units coming over here and then they couldn't get their drugs across.
But Laredo is a major port of entry, and there are still plenty of people coming from Mexico, some to work or shop for the day, and others who are crossing to seek asylum legally. We're here at Gateway of the Americas Bridge, where more than 10,000 people cross from Nuevo Laredo in Mexico over to Laredo at the U.S. border here.
Yes.
In this massive gateway complex, there are areas to process people who arrive without documents. ABC 7 Chicago was granted access to this processing and detention area. Asylum seekers from different parts of the world, some just teenagers on their own, interviewed and processed. A pregnant woman, families held with their young children in antiseptic but jail-like conditions. Men fingerprinted in a section where fans do little to dissipate the odor of struggle and desperation hanging heavy in the air.
The entire process can take up to 2 or 3 hours.
After the processing, under a Trump administration agreement with Mexico dubbed Migrant Protection Protocols, or MPP, asylum seekers are walked over the bridge back to Mexico to await their immigration court date. That hearing will happen in this makeshift court inside of this white tent back in the U.S. at the Gateway Bridge. News outlets, along with ABC 7 Chicago, are not allowed inside. According to the acting port director, the average wait for the asylum seekers is more than a month. And that wait is in Nuevo Laredo's dangerous cartel country.
We work very close with our partners in the government of Mexico, and they've assured us that they're taking all measures to ensure the security of the people that are being returned back to Mexico to await their hearing.
Right. Chicago immigration lawyer Ashley Hebner has been inside of this Laredo immigration tent court. She says it's intentionally unfair.
They're being forced to remain in extreme danger in Mexico while they're waiting for their case to be decided, and often have to make the choice of, am I going to remain in Mexico where I can barely support my family, where I'm facing kidnappings and extortion and ransom demands? I think is the point of this policy to begin with, is to put up barriers so that individuals no longer want to seek asylum in the United States.
Now, CBP officials argue that sending asylum seekers back to Mexico to wait for their court date frees up needed resources for the fight against drugs coming into the United States. And that's a fight we're going to show you up close through the eyes of two brothers trying to secure different front lines, one in South Texas, the other right here in the Chicago area. And that's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC 7 Chicago YouTube channel.